I kind of want to hear this story. How did this, what's the story with you guys?
Man, well, I mean, maybe would you like to share?
Shauna, why don't you share the story of the foundational piece of Give Culture and how it came to be, and after that, I will ask Noelle to tell this audience kind of our backstory.
Yeah, sure. So it goes kind of deep, and it goes pretty far back. My husband and I, in case you haven't noticed, are a biracial couple. And we had the privilege of traveling in different places in the world. And one of the things that was most frustrating and also most discouraging is that we didn't really experience as much criticism or like negativity or like frowned upon face, like just faces and what's the word, hate. We didn't really experience hate or unaccepted. I'm not sure the word, like not people didn't really
disapproval,
disapproval. Like we didn't experience that in other countries as much as we did at home. And so I've always kind of just been bothered by racism or hate in general. And then in 2012, Trayvon Martin, if you remember, he was a young boy who was killed in his neighborhood by Zimmerman was his last name, the night watch guy. And he had a iced tea and Skittles. And it just struck me to my core that someone could make a snap judgment or a snap opinion based on what they see with their eyes and an opinion in their mind that that kid must be a threat, he must be dangerous, and I must chase after him and end his life because of what I think he looks like. It just, and then of course, if you remember, the country like was outraged. Thank God, that's a good sign that most people just were so hurt and moved by that scenario. And I felt encouraged and inspired to create something that would motivate us to be kind to each other and to have good intentions and good instincts, snap instincts, especially in an instant towards another person, regardless of how different we may be or how different we may look or difference of religion or a difference of politics. Like, I feel like people should not be so judgmental, especially at a glance. It's just not fair to judge someone based on what you see with your eyes. And that just, it struck me, it struck the nation, and it kind of sat with me, obviously, in my heart. Like we watched it on the news. You remember these things were on like the daily, there was people, and then the instances of, unjustifiable deaths in the country just kept going and going. There was more and more instances, especially among the cops, right? So at that time, 2015 was when when he retired, and we were motivated to start something of our own that we could really pour into, because up until that point, it was just basketball, like ball is life, which is kind of funny because we're back on the ball is life journey, you know, all these years later. But in 2015 was when I was really inspired, and ultimately, like kind of addressing racism and hate and judgment head on was my main motivation for wanting to create something that would inspire people to love each other, regardless of how different we might be. So that was my like why. That was in 2015. And if you remember, I don't always get to tell this story because it's fun, because we talk to kids a lot, right? But not a lot of kids remember the Got Milk campaign. Remember the Got Milk campaign? And like all of a sudden it just took off. It was got burritos, got gas, you know, at the gas station, got dirt on the mud flaps in front of you, like got burrito, the Chipotle sign, right? Got Jesus. Like it was everywhere. And I was just like inspired to create something that was similar, that was just easily recognizable, with a little bit of what I call a virtuous twist. So instead of got, we created Give Culture, which is give, give, give. So every shirt says the word give followed by a different positive action word, because we're always giving something. We're always giving off some kind of vibe, some energy, some kind of facial expression or language. Everything we say says a lot, right? So like how we say it says a lot. So Give Culture is all about how you treat other people, how you are open and available to learn about people that don't look like you. Anyway, every shirt says something different. This one, it says give patience, Phil. I see you're in your give patience shirt today. Babe, which one are you wearing today?
Thank